Hello, good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. So, today is the day that Savva and Right Live Tonight is back. Tonight, we're going to be going live at 9 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. Join us as we take a look back to all of the weekend's results. We look forward to all of the weekend's fixtures coming up. And we look at the Super Cup between Real Madrid and Frankfurt and all of the transfers across Europe. Now, my daily thought on Tottenham. A few players to go through today. It's almost as though there's a lot happening at Tottenham at the same time as nothing happening at Tottenham. And that might not be a bad thing. You know, keeping some structure, keeping some things settled isn't a bad thing. But after all, it is the transfer window. And this is what happens. There are rumours. These things happen. So let's talk first and foremost. Today, who are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Udogie. We're going to talk about Memphis Depay. We're going to talk about Zaniolo, Brian Hill, Ndombele, and our centre-back situation. So let's jump straight in, shall we? And as always, please join in the comments, leave your thoughts, join in the chat, tell me what you think, because podcasts, YouTube shows, live reels, they don't mean anything without anybody watching them. And that's why we do it, for people to watch, for people to listen, for people to join in. And you all know I'm a huge believer of allowing everybody to join in and having their comments read out. So, first and foremost, I'll say, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We've been going for 13 weeks and we're nearly at the 2K mark. Very proud of that. Need your help to get that to 2K. Let's start today by talking about Udogie. Done. Dusted. It's done. So, Udogie kind of came out of nowhere. It wasn't a name that had been mentioned all summer. And then a week or so ago, all the reports came out that Spurs were looking at Udogie, that Conte and Paratici were huge admirers of the young left-back and from Udinese. And it was, are we going to get him? Are we going to get him on loan? Are we going to get him and he's going to stay? And he's gone back out on loan. Now, I've seen Udogie play. He looks very exciting. Very young, but he looks exciting. For his age, he looks quite powerful. It looks like he's got that pace to trouble people. He's got some good stats over the last year in Italy, I believe, only behind Perisic, funny enough, on the left back side of the pitch. So we are signing someone of great excitement. Now, of course, there's two ways of looking at this. First and foremost, great signing, really happy. For me, I'm a bit disappointed he's gone back on loan, but I also understand that might have been one of the reasons why we got him. Lots of reports coming out saying that we wouldn't have got him if we had demanded him to come back straight away, because apparently that's why they turned down bids from some other clubs. Reports, rumours. Who knows? But for me, he's a much better player than Ryan Sessegnon, so I'm happy that he'll be coming to us, not this year, but next year. One to look forward to for sure. Tell me, have you seen him play? What do you think? Are you looking forward to it? Just a shame we have to wait a whole season before we get to see him in a Spurs shirt. But it does show, or it would show the intent that Conte is here to stay. Obviously, this is always going to be a talking point about Conte because his stints at other clubs have always been 2 years, 3 years, etc. Never the longevity of a Klopp, of a Pep, of a Ferguson, etc., etc. But hey, horses for courses. If he is staying, great. And I hope to see more of Udogie next year. And he looks like he would be the natural successor to even Perisic. Moving on. Memphis Depay, another one. The rumours will not go away. For me, I've always said that I feel like these rumours are 2 and 2 to get 6 or 7 or however far away you think this rumour is. For me, it seems like it's a bit lazy. Fabrizio Romano has said that there is no interest from Tottenham in Depay. An interesting player, very talented footballer. Of that, there is no doubt. I don't subscribe when people go, oh, he's useless. He's not useless. He's a very talented player. He came to Man United at a very young age. Didn't hit the ground running, has gone away, and had a fairly decent career. Not a regular starter for Barcelona, but has scored a fair few goals for them. Looks surplus to requirements when you look at the players they have now in those attacking areas, such as Ferran Torres, Ousmane Dembele, Lewandowski, Aubameyang, Rafinha. There's quite a lot of players there for him to be competing against. And Ansu Fati, of course. Can't forget Ansu Fati, who's a wonderful, wonderful talent. Apparently, we don't want him. There is lots of people I've seen say, oh, he's just Bergwijn with drip. He's no better than Bergwijn. He's no better than Lucas. For me, if he did come, I think we know it's not happening. If he did come, I think it would be one of those ones. It's good for squad depth. Is he going to set the place alight? I don't think so. But you can't ever have enough depth. However, looks like he is off to Juventus from what all the reports are saying. Looks like Juventus in the next couple of days could do a double sweep for him and Felipe Kostic. Now, that one I am gutted about. I think Kostic at 16 million euros is a no-brainer. But that's what it looks like is happening with Memphis Depay. What's your thoughts? Are you gutted to be missing out on him? Did you want him? Are you happy he's not coming? You tell me. The next player, again, this simply will not go away. Zaniolo of Roma. Now, again, this is a player that divides opinion. And if I have to say that one more time about a target that Spurs are in for, I will go mad. Zaniolo, for me, is a fantastic footballer. He's got it all. He's got the pace. He's got the power. He's got the skill. He's got good experience for someone young. He has had a couple of major injuries, although he did play a full season last season, scoring the winning goal in the Conference League final. There's reports that yesterday we put in a bid, which was for a loan with an obligation to buy at 20 million, which seems like that's a Daniel Levy move. Very poor, if true. I think that is what they call taking the Michael. What do you guys think? Is this a deal that's going to get over the line? It's not going away, so it would appear that this is a player that Conte does have some interest in. What do you think? I keep seeing, well, where would he play? But again, I want to bring people back to this whole squad and depth. You know, if you've got him and Kulusevski as options off the right, and then you've got Perisic and Richarlison as options off the left, with Son and Kane and interchanging, starts to look very, very strong, doesn't it? And I might revise my predictions for the season, but we will come to that shortly. So Zaniolo, tell me, is there smoke without fire? Who knows? Lots of reports as well that Tanganga could go the other way. It seems to have all gone a bit quiet with him moving to Milan. Apparently, Jose wants him. If Jose wants him there and Zaniolo coming back the other way, lots of things that could happen in the next 20-odd days of this window being open. The next one is Brian Hill. Brian Hill. Fantastically talented footballer. He is. Technically, he is a wonderful footballer. I question, is there the output there? Is there the strength and the ability? Now, I'm not of the opinion that all players need to be really, really strong. But I think if you are a very small player, you have to be excellent. And when I say that, we would look at... Oh, and my camera has gone. Unbelievable. Hopefully, you guys can still see me. Let me know if you can. Can you still see me? Yes, you can indeed still see me. So my opinion is if you are going to be a small player, then you need to be technically excellent, i.e. Bernardo Silva, an Iniesta, a David Silva, a Xavi. Brian Hill, for me, I just don't think is quite right. I don't feel that he's got a set position that would help support us. I don't feel the output is there. And it looks like there is going to be a loan to Valencia. And it looks like he will be the backfill for Guedes, who has just joined Wolverhampton Wanderers on a permanent move. So let's see how that plays out. I think if he goes on loan, that's the best move for him. I wouldn't be surprised at all if in a year's time this guy is sold and we would have seen no real impact from him in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt at all. And apologies about the technical errors just now. My camera decided to just stop. The last individual player I wanted to talk about was Ndombele. Now, Tungai Ndombele, this guy has again divided opinions for 3 years now, over 3 years. Years and years, I think people have been hoping that he turns into this wonderful baller that everyone keeps telling me is Ndombele. Sorry, guys and girls, for me, I don't subscribe to the word baller, but if I am going to use that as the term in place, then he is not a baller. Ballers are effective. Ballers score goals and assist and actually have an output in a game and can run. This guy, for me, is the ultimate fraud. I think he's been an absolute shocking player for this club. His personality seems to be more about whinging and moaning rather than knuckling down and playing football. He never looks fit. He hasn't been selected permanently now by 4 different managers. For me, I think he's been a disgrace, if I'm completely honest. However, I think he'd be an amazing five-a-side footballer. Just saying, if he wanted to come down and play with me at goals, absolutely, I reckon I'd put him in my team. So there are reports that not only do Villarreal want him, but that Napoli are looking for him as well. So Napoli have lost a few players. It looks like Fabian Ruiz is leaving from Napoli to go to PSG. They need some strength in depth, and apparently Ndombele has surfaced as one of their main targets, along with Villarreal, who are obviously in talks with Lo Celso as well. Let's tag him into this. Tell me your thoughts. What do you make of this? Is that a good move for Ndombele? Is Ndombele going to find a home anywhere where he settles, where he actually knuckles down and plays football and stops trying to be a playboy and just collecting his 200 odd grand a week? What do you guys and girls think? Please tell me. You can probably guess from me, I'm happy for this guy to be going. I'm just gutted if it's a loan. I want him away from the club. I don't think players like that are, I don't think they work in sync with a winning mentality and with a club that wants to move forward, which we certainly are under Antonio Conte. Last thing I want to talk about in terms of transfers before we talk about the Chelsea game is it has all gone very quiet, hasn't it, on the centre-back front? So I'm asking you, why do you think that is? Is this a case that Conte is happy with his centre-backs? Is it a case that we're working on something under the radar that none of us have seen? Is it a case that we're putting in bids and being rejected and we just don't know? But it all seems to have gone a bit quiet there. And we've been linked throughout the window to multiple players, haven't we? There's been Vardial and Bastoni. There's been Pau Torres. There's been Milenkovic. There's been Tomori. There's been all of these players. Will we get one? Is one needed? For me, I think yes. I think when you look at our centre-back options, with Rodon and Tanganga going out, it leaves Davis, Dyer, Romero and Longley. Sanchez, I don't know if there's enough depth there. I don't know if there's enough quality. For me, I feel there needs to be one more added of good quality, like a Nikola Milenkovic, who I think is a top footballer. So let me know. What do you guys think? Are we going to get someone? And I think I'll always say this. In a transfer window, you just never know. Things can go quiet. And then the next day, bang, breaking news, you've signed so-and-so. So I would hope that is happening under the radar. But we're not sure, are we? One thing is for certain, it looks like we're about to see a lot of outgoings, the likes of Hill and Ndombele, Lo Celso. There's rumours of Reguilon going out. Tanganga's going out. We've seen Troy Parrott and Scarlett go out on loan. We've seen Cameron Carter-Vickers. I was going to say Joe Hart, but that was last year. We've seen Cameron Carter-Vickers go on a permanent to Celtic. We've seen Jack Clark go on a permanent to Sunderland. Bergwijn on a permanent to Ajax. So there's been a lot happening, a real revolving door at Tottenham Hotspur this summer. And fair play, look, I do get frustrated with Paratici and Levy at times, but it has been a good window. Notice, though, I'm saying good. I'm not going overboard. Okay. Let's talk about Chelsea. Chelsea away on Sunday. Now, again, this is a game where historically, and I say historically, but I'm talking about even up until this calendar year, we do not get any joy at Chelsea. I think there was one win in, someone will tell me if I'm wrong, 2018 maybe. I want to say I've got the visions of Dele Alli and Eriksen scoring goals. I think Eriksen scored a bit of a worldie. And I want to say Dele Alli, the ball over the top, he brought it down and dinked it over the keeper. But I might have the wrong game there. Chelsea away, tough game. Lots of different reports from people. Lots of different feelings about, are Chelsea as good as they were? Are they there to be had? Is this a good time to be playing them? I've predicted a 2-2 draw. Like anything, I will caveat, saying this live on camera before the game, I hope we go there and smash them. I don't think it's impossible to beat them. But Chelsea are a very tough opponent. Whether or not they're the most scary going forward, they're normally a very solid team that are very difficult to beat and don't concede many goals. So I'm going to stick down the middle. I'm going to put my cautious Spurs hat on because I've been hurt and stung too many times by Spurs when I've predicted very good wins and they don't come off. I think a 2-2 or a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be a tough game. Can we break them down with the ease that we broke down Southampton? I don't think so, because you look at Reece James, Chilwell, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly. It's not a bad 5 players at the back there. Then with that protection of Kante and Jorginho or Kovacic. However, have they got the firepower to beat us? I don't know if they have. So for me, it's going to be a draw. I do think we can beat them, though. But I also think that they're capable of beating us. So I know that really sounds like sitting on the fence, but any result we get this weekend wouldn't surprise me. If we lost narrowly or won narrowly, it wouldn't surprise me either way. I think a lot of people are writing off Chelsea. I see Spurs fans do this every year with a club. We do write off clubs so easily that are much more experienced than us, that have better players than us, and that are used to winning. But each to their own. So I'm going with a draw. Leave your thoughts below. What do you think is going to be the score? On that note, I will leave it there. Please hit the like button on this video. It really does help. Please hit the subscribe button. Desperately trying to get to the 2,000 subscribers in record time for me. And I will be back tonight with Savva and Wright live tonight. Myself and Henry talking about transfers, Premier League, European action. Nice chance to get away from talking about Tottenham Hotspur. And it just removes a bit of emotion. We're going to be looking in tonight into Steven Gerrard at Villa. Is he a good manager? His stats show otherwise at Villa. Does he need time? We're going to be looking at the Frankfurt Real Madrid game in the Super Cup. We're going to be looking at last weekend's results. And we're going to be looking at whether or not Liverpool are going to drop off. Join us tonight, 9 p.m. Savva and Wright live tonight. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesdays. You take care. Thank you.